Jaylo,
Mm-hmm.
you were asking me what I was doing.
Yeah.
When you were in the shower.
Uh-huh.
And there's a YouTube channel that does these biographies.
Uh-huh.
And I think the guy who hosted, his name is Simon. We've talked about him here before, I think.
Possibly.
But he was reporting on some dude who helped start electricity. I was vaguely paying attention to that, also trying to do a Walmart order.
Okay.
And I was watching a Joshua Weishman video that just came out this morning about doing the Popeyes menu.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it so far?
The chicken looks really easy to do.
Oh, really?
The complicated thing is their red beans and rice recipe.
Oh.
Because you have to have all these, like, what was it, ham hocks, a few other things.
I like their red beans and rice, but I like their other stuff more, like their mashed potatoes and gravy and the mac and cheese.
He did the mac and cheese. He didn't do the gravy, though, or mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And he did their biscuits.
Oh, their biscuits are good.
Yeah. I might have to make that this week.
Yummy.
But who knows? I'm not going to have a lot of free time to cook because I have a life now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. But that's good that you have a life.
It is.
It is good.
I think.
It feels great.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer this than how it was at the start of the pandemic.
Right.
Which is now over.
Yes.
Yes.
And let's hope it stays over.
If it's over, it's over. They have to come out with some new disease.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't even matter. The disease? There are people that are still want to push this thing where everybody needs to be indoors, and
that's less and less.
I hope you're right about that. I'm a little bit skeptical because things don't always last forever, and I'm hoping that people are going to get so tired of it that they're going to say, you know what, you have to let us go now. You have to let us do our thing.
I think that's pretty much happened.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
There's still places that are closed up, but they're in the minority now.
Well, California is one of those places, unfortunately.
No, they're not. Are they closed?
They are. LA County still, I mean, there's still people that are masking up, and there are, I mean, Gavin Newsom has, I mean, even though we're not under Gavin Newsom, he has, I think in some parts of California, he has them probably locked down like a drum. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you're saying probably.
Bubs.
Go ahead.
Stop it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he still, even if they're not locked down, he still has restrictions on who uses their gas cars, who uses their electric cars.
But that's not related to the pandemic, though.
Oh, yes, it is.
That's to do with global warming.
Well, I think they're becoming more connected now because some people have speculated that there might actually be climate lockdowns in the future because the people that are really pushing this climate change thing don't just want to take away gas cars, but they also want to make sure that nobody uses planes, trains, or automobiles. But that's a different story.
And I don't know how true that is.
I think it's possible. I think it's absolutely possible. And that's why I'm a little bit skeptical to see how long the opening is going to be, because I have a feeling that if it isn't COVID, if it isn't monkeypox, it's going to be something else. I think the monkeypox thing doesn't seem to be really catching on.
No, I know conservative people besides for you. And
I hope so.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess. But anyway, I kept hearing, there's going to be all these FEMA camps and everybody's going to get locked down. And, within months, society is going to be closed off. And if you're not vaccinated, you're going to have to leave the United States.
Well, it's a but it's a possibility. It may not be happening now, but it definitely is a possibility. It may not have happened now, but look at what happened in Australia where there were COVID camps.
We've discussed this here before, yes, but that's Australia. That's not the U.S.
Yeah, but even if it isn't the U.S., that's why we have to keep track of what's going on in other countries, because if it isn't going on if it's going on in a country that happens to be our ally, like Australia, it might happened here, and things were happening in Canada because of Justin
Trudeau.
Trudeau's regime. That could very much happen here. So I think to dismiss it completely is, we can't just dismiss it completely. Is what I'm trying to say.
All I'm trying to get across, babes, is...
Oh, I do believe COVID is over. For sure. I do believe that this pandemic, or whatever you want to call it, is over. But I have a feeling that if the World Economic Forum, because these are the big higher ups that want to what?
I was saying all I want to get across, babes, is, and you're just like, oh yeah, I believe this, Bobby, and
okay, you say what you're gonna say, Bubs, and then I'll continue on with what
I think there's a lot of overreaction from the right on things like this. So, for example, yeah, Australia is our ally, but if you really read into it, a lot of Australia is owned by the Chinese government now. And they've overreacted to COVID because they have like a zero COVID policies in a lot of these cities. And they're saying that could tank the global economy if they continue on that path. But it's also like, I remember when Obama first got elected and people said that he was going to send his detractors to FEMA camps and that he was supposedly training Muslims to attack our country. And that didn't really come to pass. So I'm saying, look at every side with a grain of salt. Now, as far as global warming is concerned, it's going to be 80 plus degrees here in Portland today in October. It wasn't like that when I was growing up.
So?
Sure.
That doesn't mean anything.
I don't mean anything.
It just means that the seasons are changing, and there are times where there are hotter summers than others, or there are Indian summers, and I don't see a big deal, honestly.
But it hasn't come here, although it is in California, and I suspect within the next 3 to 5 years we'll see it in Portland. These rolling blackouts. That wasn't a thing when we were growing up.
Well, you know why they have blackouts and brownouts in California is because Gavin Newsom wants to change that grid. Wants to change the grid by completely eliminating gas cars and completely ridding California of gas cars and going completely electric. And
okay.
I do not think that it would be good for our grid. I really don't. I don't think our grid can handle that.
Then why are there also rolling blackouts in Texas?
I have no idea. I've been keeping. I don't know why there are rolling blackouts in Texas. I have no idea. I didn't even know about those, actually.
Yeah, and Texas's grid, as we know from last year, almost completely failed. Right? I mean, Ted Cruz might not know this because he was in Cancun. What?
All right. Enough of that.
Oh my God. I know my God.
Okay.
Give me a kiss.
I think we should move on.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well, then we're not moving on.
Okay.
Give me a kiss. Oh my goodness. My nose and I squeeze yours.
Noise.
News exchange, babes. It's in your hands. I mean, if you really want me to learn what it's like to be a real American, then what?
Are you mocking again?
No.
Are you mocking, boy? Are you mocking, boy, Bubs? Hey.
You
okay,
tickle me.
this is not the tickle hour.
All right, then give me another kiss. Or unless you don't want the truth.
Okay. Why does it have to happen all the time with the kisses and the...
Well, why does the tickling have to happen all the time? Why can't you just listen and we can have an intelligent discussion like two adults?
We usually do. No fart.
Usually when?
Usually when?
Yeah, when?
We did the last time.
Okay. And with the electric car thing too, I have issues with electric cars. I'm not going to say I don't.
Yeah.
As a blind person, they bring up some challenging things.
The motors.
But in reality, I don't think people know what to do with global warming or climate change. And they're trying to figure out how to handle this. And a lot of people are now saying it's way too late.
I think that there's a lot of fear mongering on the from the people who want to push this. And because they've change the dates on when the world was supposed to end, which nobody knows when it's going to end. First it was however long it was in the, I don't know, I think it might have been the 70s or 80s when this whole thing started. This is falling apart very, very quickly.
Again,
their theory is falling apart very, very quickly.
No, if anything, it's a reverse because, the dates have changed, but the dates keep moving up, not backwards.
No, I never said they moved backwards. I'm saying that they've changed over time and they can't pinpoint when this world is supposed to end because they don't know when it's going to end.
Right.
And in case you forgot, they never created the universe. So I think there's a lot of fear mongering, and I think there are a lot of suckers that are falling for this.
Okay.
Fear mongering.
What I would say, babes, is you'd have more of a case if they kept moving the date further and further into the future. But the fact that they keep moving it forward.
But seriously, Bubs, this has nothing to do with climate at this point. Nothing to do with climate. It has everything to do with taking away cars, taking away meat, taking away our oil and gas so that we don't use our resources and we have to borrow oil from other countries like Russia. This is more than just the weather. It's I want to have power and control, and you people are too stupid to figure it out. That's exactly what it is.
Well, okay, hold on.
And no, I'm sorry. That's what it is. That's my opinion.
That's your opinion.
And I think that it has nothing to do with climate.
There's a lot of...
It's fear-mongering. That's what it is.
Bizarre thoughts in your opinion. So let me ask you this.
It is not bizarre. I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with climate at this point.
Let me ask you something.
Yep.
You believe that Americans should pull themselves up by their bootstraps, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. What do you mean?
Donald...
Be individual.
Be individual. Like Donald Trump, he was born in a rich family. Oh, stop, babe.
Let me tickle you all hour. Okay, enough about Donald Trump, Bose. What is your point here? I like to go on tangents. Okay.
Give me a kiss.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now ask me a weather-related question.
No, this is, but you got to give me a chance to get it out there.
Okay.
You believe that, like a good Republican... What? Do you want me to ask you the question?
Go on. I know it's going to have a tinge of sarcasm, but go on.
Okay. That people should pull themselves up by their bootstraps, right?
Depending on what it is.
Okay. But in general, you think that that's the case?
Well, I think if no one's going to get it done, you have to do it yourself.
Okay. My question would be, babes, and you're doing a great job of like dancing around answering it. But you gonna let me talk, babes, or you gonna start singing? Okay. How do you feel about the fact that these farmers who raise our meat are subsidized so heavily by the government?
The government is trying to take away farms.
No. If you do the examination, I think I've heard that if you were to pay the actual cost for a pound of beef, it would be something like $20.
But you would agree that there has been a movement for farm people to not have farms, for people to not have gardens. You know that, right?
I do know that.
Okay. Well, these about
the gardens.
Yeah, and these farmers aren't able to produce a lot of meat because of what the government is doing.
Hold on. The government being Monsanto's.
Monsanto, yeah, yeah.
And who allows Monsanto's to do what they're doing? Okay, let me ask you something. And I don't want to trigger you. Hold on. Trump says it how it is, doesn't he? So a question I would have for you is, since Trump says it like it is, how many speeches has he given where he's badmouthed Monsanto's?
Yeah, I'm sure he has. I mean, I have not watched all of his speeches, so I can't really say if he has or not, so I can't really comment on it.
Okay.
But he has been, there have been a lot of people, not just, conservatives, but even people on the left that have been very open about the evils of Monsanto and the evils of Big Pharma.
Now,
and
I'm going to shock you, babes.
What?
The criticism started out on the left.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, what? Yeah, Bobs. So here's a question for you.
What does this to do with the weather?
It has a lot to do with the weather, but you got to let me make my point.
Okay.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. What? Babe, what? Babe, you got to let me talk.
What about Marjorie Taylor Greene? We talked about this ad nauseum.
No, you got to let me talk, babe. I get twinkle pops. I get name I get twinkle. I get twinkle. I get twinkle. I get twinkle.
Okay.
All right, give me a kiss.
Sorry.
All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene, as we know, is a real patriot. Hold on.
Okay.
And she says it how it is, right? You would.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, there's only one thing I disagree with her on, but go on.
Okay, but for the most part, she says it like it is.
Yes, she does.
Like a real American hero. Hold on, babes.
Tinge of sarcasm, Bubs.
What do you expect? You want another tickle war?
No.
Or you want me to finish my point?
No.
Okay. So I'm sure as somebody who is as honest and good as Marjorie Taylor Greene has spoken out many times against Monsanto's. And I'm wondering from your perspective, when was the last time you heard her bring up Monsanto's in a speech?
She hasn't for a while. If she, like I said, I haven't heard all of her speaches.
But the ones that you've heard, she must have brought up Monsanto's many times.
She hasn't yet, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't.
Okay.
That also doesn't mean that Trump wouldn't either. And like I said, I haven't really heard every single speech that he did. I've heard quite a bit of them, but not everything.
I've heard Bernie Sanders bring up Monsanto.
So I don't care.
I don't care, Bob.
I don't care about what the utopian dreamer has to say at this point.
Bob, now that you're making good arguments against me, I don't care.
Well, look, Bubs, okay. This whole meat thing.
Yeah.
With the global warming or climate change people.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the weather.
But do you think... Well, it does, actually. And let me explain
No,
it
it doesn't.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
No, I don't.
Okay, so here's how it... No, hold on, babe. Hold on, babe. I'll make it real quick.
Yeah, I really want to move on here.
You're going to appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
Methane from cow farts, they say is... I've heard reports that say it's just as problematic for our environment as cars. And then I've heard some reports saying that it's actually more problematic.
I've been hearing that chicken is worse for gas. Chicken is worse for emissions. But even so, all these people that want to push, we have to limit the sale of beef. People shouldn't be eating beef. We have to have meatless Mondays or whatever. I've been hearing a lot differently than what beef actually does to the environment. And actually, I think I think it's, even if it is chicken, right? Even if it is chicken farts, I don't think there's enough evidence to even prove that actually helps or hurts the environment either.
Well, here's a question. Maybe we could come to a consensus on this, which I've been trying to do for 20 minutes, but I've been having issue making my points because of somebody. But here's my thing. And I know that conservatives believe in pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, right? So how about instead of saying we ban factory farming, we say that the government is no longer going to subsidize it and we'll let people pay the fair market value, which is around $20 for a pound of meat.
$20 for a pound of meat.
That's what I've heard. I know the statistics could vary, and it's a little bit complicated because inflation has been out of control for a while.
It's been really out of control.
You know, but I've heard roughly if you were to buy a pound of meat and it wasn't subsidized by the government, it would cost around $20. So we stopped letting the government subsidize factory farms, and then the price will go up, and we'll let the free market decide. And that way, people get to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. We let the free market decide. And conservatives get to rest free in the knowledge that not only are they subsidizing it with their hard-earned tax dollars, but the libs aren't oppressing farming anymore. What do you think about that solution?
I need to look into that.
Okay.
I mean, that could be a solution. I'm not saying it's good or bad,
Oh.
but I need to look into that. But yeah, there's a lot of and you would agree with me that big pharma is a part of this too, right?
Big pharma is an issue.
Yeah, it's definitely an issue. I mean, it's a separate issue than the Monsanto thing, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a big problem.
But I don't know how big of an issue big pharma is when it comes to climate change. Right.
I think that it really has nothing to do with commodities, and it has everything to do with we want to take your power away by taking all your meat, taking all your gas powered cars, taking all your oil. I think it has nothing to do with the weather at all. Nothing. And I think if you look deep into it, I think you would agree with me.
And all I would say is just stop subsidizing factory farms. Let's start with that. You don't have to take away the meat. Let the free market decide, and let somebody decide if they want to pay $20 for a hamburger or not.
I will say
Yeah.
that they need to get the hormones and pesticides away from animals.
Yeah.
If they really want good quality meat, because I remember watching a video. This was years ago before I even met you.
Mm-hmm.
This woman was doing a report on what happens to chickens in some of the farms, and they're pumped with these hormones.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the reason why some kids get really sick.
Absolutely.
Is because of all these hormones. And it could probably play into the fact that maybe that's why a lot of kids have autism, because of what's in the meats that they get.
It would not surprise me if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people have questions about about vaccines in general,
mm-hmm.
which I think does probably make a difference. But I think a lot of it is the hormones in any meat, really. I think that there needs to be more natural farming, because my mom was looking into that. Because there are people that are doing natural farming in Hawaii where the worms are the ones that are tilling the ground.
Yep.
Which is a lot healthier than putting pesticides. I think we would both agree on that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think we need to move to that. We also need to make sure that whatever feed that we're feeding the animals doesn't have all the hormones in there too.
Mm-hmm.
You would at least agree with me on that.
Well, I would say that I was probably ahead of the curve with you on that one, because that's been a big lib thing for as long as I can remember.
I've always felt that way, though.
Okay.
When I was learning about politics, I really never questioned that whole natural farming thing when I found out about it.
Yeah, politicians on the left have been talking about that for decades. At least as long as I've been paying attention to it.
Oh, I think it's no longer I think it's a nonpartisan thing at this point.
Nice.
No, a lot of people are really thinking about what's going into their bodies, what's going into their meat, that people are lobbying for GMO labels on foods.
Yeah.
To see what's in the food so that we can make a decision to buy it or not.
Mm-hmm.
People have been talking against MSG. I don't know about the MSG thing.
No, I've actually heard that MSG, it's not bad for you. It's just the amount is a little bit suspect. But if you use it less, it's not the end of the world.
Okay, it does make things taste really good.
It does, yeah.
I will say that. But
I use MSG.
I know.
Yes.
I think I might have bought a thing of it.
Oh.
Because we were doing that for one of our dishes, and it might have been the tikka masala.
You might have some MSG.
Okay.
Yes.
Somewhere in there.
Yes.
By the way, would you mind if I kind of segue into what we did yesterday?
Okay.
I honestly think we did really good on our steaks yesterday.
We did.
I have to figure out, because I'm going to do a test on maybe today or tomorrow, because I do have leftovers, to see if I can trim some of the fat off of the pieces that I have with my kitchen scissors. Because I've never used kitchen shears before, and I would imagine they're a little bit bigger than scissors. But I also know that the people in my family that cook a lot have used scissors to trim, fat off of meat. So I'm going to do a test on that and see if that works. Because The first steaks we did were a little bit tough to chew.
Yep.
Because of the fat. But yesterday was a little bit easier.
Yes.
Still, mine was a thicker cut of the beef.
Yeah.
So I don't know how yours was, but it was they were pretty tender.
I liked it.
And our baked potatoes came out really, really good.
We ate a lot last night.
We did.
Yes.
We certainly did.
It's good.
I think you ate more than I did, but I definitely ate enough to where I was like, okay, I'm really full now. I need to save this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. By the way.
Yeah.
Did anybody comment on our meals?
Well, I saw one last night, but I haven't checked it since then. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most likely one of your relatives probably said something.
I don't know.
But we did good.
Yeah, I told you that I got a text from my great aunt last night saying that my other aunt had showed her pics of my food on Facebook, and she really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
I wonder if I know my mom liked our picture of the muffins.
Nice.
I wonder if anybody else liked them too.
Oh, I don't remember, babes.
Yes.
Maybe so, the little Jaylo.
I bet just looking at them would make somebody gain 10 pounds.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about that there, Jaylo.
Yes.
Yes.
But it turned out super good.
Yes.
I was very, very happy.
It did.
Yes.
It did.
Super happy.
Well,
Bye-bye.
good there, Jaylo. Good there.
Good there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we were talking about the environment for a little while, babes.
I know.
You bought us there.
I wasn't trying to. If I did.
Oh.
Okay.
We do need to do that news exchange soon.
Mm.
I mean, I think we could even do it this week if you wanted to.
No.
Let me ask you this.
Good.
Why are you so afraid of doing a news exchange?
I just have this thing where I'm going to be stuck with watching something really depressing, like I was with the Democracy Now. That was really depressing.
Democracy Now is very depressing. I won't have you do it again. We know kind of like each other's taste. Like I said, Secular Talk is now releasing as a podcast. Like I think it's Monday through Thursday. So I'd probably have you listen to that instead. What?
I have a feeling I'm going to be listening to it 5 minutes in and I'm going to be like, I can't take it.
Oh my goodness. How do you think I feel, babes?
Hey, no,
I have to do the news exchange too.
I know. But like I said, I mean, if we do it whenever that is, because I haven't decided yet still, it doesn't even have to be a news thing necessarily. It could be, we could go on a website that has to do with history and politics.
Oh.
We could read like publications. It doesn't have to always be a news thing too.
Yeah, I think we should do something like this like once every 3 months.
Oh my goodness.
There's a YouTube channel I've been watching recently, and it's like a history teacher responds to other people talking about history.
Yeah, but is it like is it very one-sided, or is it kind of like, okay, I can see where you're coming from?
It sounds like it's nuanced, but I mean,
okay. It's not like there's like a slant to it, or
I would make the argument that every news source has a slant, and you already know that argument. Yeah. And I think it's very sound. I don't actually. I agree with you slightly, because yes, there are news sources that have slants to them, but I don't think every single news source does. I think that there are news sources that will not give you the entire story, and there are news sources that are more independent that will give you the entire story, and they won't leave anything out. No, but it's how they report it too. It's not just that you give all the information, but
yeah, but there is a difference. You would agree that there is a difference between propaganda and facts. Would you say that? Because there are some sources that actually do have the facts, and there are some sources that don't.
Yes,
you can't just say every single news outlet is evil.
No, I didn't say that. I said each news source, even the ones I like, have a certain bias to them. And there's a difference between propaganda and facts, but there's also a difference between propaganda and personal bias. So sometimes it's so ingrained that people don't even realize that they're doing it. And it doesn't make them...
I would agree with that. There are some people that don't.
Yeah, it doesn't make them bad reporters. But what it does say is you should just recognize that the truth is presented in a certain way.
But there are people that have admitted in the public eye that they take a story, like Nancy Pelosi admitted this, which doesn't surprise me, that people will take a story from whatever politician they don't like, and they'll take a truth of that story, but they'll twist it around to the point where they'll make it sound so good for their narrative that the people who watch it won't even realize it.
Exactly.
But there is a difference between personal bias and propaganda and what actually really happened, because there are sources that will actually give you both sides of the story. The side that is the part of the story that is actually false, and the part of the story that is not being reported. So but you have to, of course, you have to be the one to decide.
But there's also, will they do that with every single story? And there's so many different factors to this. I just think to say that there's news sources out there that are perfect is a little bit erroneous, in my opinion.
I never said perfect. I'm saying that there are news sources that will actually give you not just one side of the story, but the side that is being reported on, let's say, mainstream media outlets, and the side that they will not report on that hasn't been reported on all over the news. Oh. And I think that instead of saying that they're personally biased, look at both of the sides and then you decide which is true.
Right, but it's also, somebody might do a good job on reporting about politics in the U.S., but they might do a horrible job on reporting on the car industry, right? So just because they're good at reporting one particular type of story doesn't mean that goes across their entire platform.
And then you also have to take into account evidence to back up the stories, because there are some reporters, you would agree, that are not, they don't have, they weren't, like, you could tell if they weren't prepared to report on a story, right?
Yeah.
They don't have enough evidence.
Yeah.
But you have to also weigh the evidence to actually back up what they're saying and decide whether that's propaganda. Because if they have enough evidence to say, hey, this is, this is why I believe this is going on, or this is why this area is true.
I would make an argument, babes, that's why it's incumbent on you as the viewer to have multiple sources. So it's like, let's say I'm Alex Jones. I would try not to make any jokes.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay. And I say, okay, the New York Times says that Sandy Hook is a false flag operation. And I read you something from the New York Times saying that. And I leave out that it's somebody who wrote into the New York Times, and that 2 days later, there was a fact check from Fox News or Newsmax saying that...
It isn't just Fox News.
I know, I'm giving you an example, babes.
Okay.
Saying that the person who wrote that in the New York Times was wrong on these particular issues, and this is why it's not a false flag operation. But I only read you the story from an editorial from the New York Times, and maybe I don't say it's an editorial. Maybe I say it's reported in the New York Times. So that's a slant on things. Right? So there's many different ways. That's why it's incumbent on you as the listener to have multiple sources and to come up with your own material. It's not just we report it, you decide. It's like we report, and you should have multiple sources as well.
No, and there are, I do have multiple sources. I don't just listen to one thing.
Nice.
But I'm going to listen to things that are not just going to give me one side of it, and there actually is going to present it with actual evidence to prove, to make me think differently about it.
Oh.
Other than what do you call it? Other than what people are reporting on mainstream sources that people are so quick to watch.
I would make an argument, babes.
Can we just move on?
Oh my goodness.
You can make arguments all day.
Let me ask you a quick question. When was the last time you were listening to one of your news sources and they said, you know what, there actually might be a good argument that climate change is real and that we contribute somewhat to it.
There has never been a time where I was listening to sources like that, and I never agreed with the climate change thing. I think it was, I think it's been a hoax from the very beginning.
I know you do, but my point is, you're proving my point because
no. Hold on.
Go on.
But while the mainstream media would like you to think that, hey, the world is going to end in 12 years and we shouldn't be having babies and we shouldn't be eating meat, to me, I want to listen to a source that isn't going to make me feel depressed, and it's not going to make me live in fear, because I don't want to live like that. And also, if I really have a strong belief that the world was created a different way and it wasn't because of men that the weather is this way, then I'm not going to listen to stuff like that. It's not something that I want to saturate my mind with, because that stuff can make you really depressed or really fearful or just completely cynical of the whole thing.
Okay, I would make the argument, babes, that if you're going to listen to multiple sources, like you say, that report all different sides on a narrative, occasionally...
But that's the thing, though, Bubs. I've heard the other side of it many times.
But here's what you're not... But here, let me finish what I'm saying. Occasionally, you'll hear from one of these news sources that you follow on the regular that there might be a correlation between what we do and climate change.
Well,
it doesn't mean that it's going to be the full narrative, but you would think that occasionally it would come through since they're reporting on multiple sides.
And by the way, the sources that I do listen to, they do occasionally will have debates with people that think differently from the like they'll have maybe a lib and a progressive liberal and a conservative Republican that are talking about the issues on what climate change is and is not. So it's not like you don't ever hear the other. I don't ever hear the other side. And I think we should move on.
Okay, real quickly. No, real quickly. No. I gotta address this, babes.
No,
I gotta address this. Are you familiar? And this is not a sexual thing, but are you familiar with the term nutting?
Of course.
You know what it is then?
I think so.
You explain it to me.
No.
Okay.
Okay, why don't you explain it so that everybody knows what it is? They'll be too graphic, though.
No, it is not a sexual thing.
Okay.
Nutting is the idea of... You can say that you're fair and balanced, and I know I'm picking on Fox News, but they're
not so fair and balanced anymore.
Right, they were never that way. But you could say you're fair and balanced because, okay, yeah, I have super conservative people, but I also have this lib who comes on my show every other week. But what they're not telling you is they go out of their way to pick the most crazy liberals they can find to defend its position because they know that can help discredit their position.
Right. No, that's not true. Now, they used to be fair and balanced, but it's not that they pick the craziest lib, is that the libs who get on the shows are already that way anyway. So they don't, it's not like they actually pick them out like, oh, we're just going to pick like the craziest lib on the street. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't work that way.
It does.
And why? No, it doesn't.
Why wouldn't they choose?
No, it doesn't.
Why? Oh, hey, stop.
Let's move on now. Let's move on now. We're on this way too much here.
Babes.
Yeah, I gotta keep some order here too,
Oh my goodness.
This is, after all, my house. All right, let's move on now.
No, but real quick.
No. We talked about this ad nauseum.
No, but real quick. I have to ask you this question, and then we can move on, unless you want to tickle war.
No.
Okay. So, why wouldn't they just pick a normal person with liberal beliefs to be on these shows? Why do they always have to pick the most crazy people?
Well, first off, how do you even know that they're crazy? I mean, I think that they are, but how do you know that they actually pick them? Because they are pretty much liberal pundits.
But they pick the most crazy liberal pundits so that it's easier to disprove their points. So they get to have their cake.
Yeah, but it's easy for you to say that because you're not thinking about the big picture here.
No, but what I'm saying, babes, they get to have it both ways. They get to say we're fair and balanced. We have on liberals too. And they get to discredit these liberals to their audience by picking the people who make the craziest arguments.
No, and this is why I don't think that Fox News is is completely conservative. It was never really it was going a different way anyway for a long time. So to say that it is, I mean, I think that they used to be fair and balanced for a while, and they've kind of gone off a different way. But I don't believe that narrative that you're making, that they pick the craziest people, because they're crazy anyway. They don't pick them. They ask for their opinion, but they always seem to give crazy answers.
Okay, but you're missing my point. We're almost on the same page. Yeah, they pick people who are crazy anyways, but why don't they pick normal liberals who have different views than they do, instead of picking the crazy ones?
I don't know. Normal liberals meaning lay people?
Meaning people who aren't crazy and just have a different perspective than they do.
I have no idea. I don't know why. I still don't believe that they purposely pick the weird ones, but they're weird anyway. I mean, they don't have to pick them. They're just already weird.
I disagree with that assumption. I don't disagree with the assumption that the people they pick for their news commentary are the liberals are crazy, but I disagree with the assumption that they can't find any normal libs to have on their channel.
But I don't know I can't answer that question, because I don't know how that works when they pick people to interview.
Okay.
So I can't say whether or not they purposely pick these people, which I don't believe. Because they're already nutty anyway, but I just don't, I can't answer that.
But see, you're proving my point. Oh, babe, real quick,
oh, Bubs, we are on this for like half an hour already.
Oh,
or
my
maybe
goodness.
even less than that, I don't know.
Ouch. That's what it is.
Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to do that.
That's okay. But you do know that you proved my point.
No, I did not.
Because you said, all right, we can drop it. So you're getting triggered, so let's drop it.
I don't think the word is triggered.
Bob, that term is only for libs who act like this, not for conservatives.
Bubs.
For conservatives, it's called getting truthed.
Bubs. That's enough.
Give me a kiss.
No.
Why not? You need one.
I don't have to kiss you all the time.
Okay, well then the tickle wall, because you started it. So your choice. Tickle wall or kiss?
Okay.
All right, give me a kiss.
Bubs.
What?
I'm going to go for your feet next.
No.
No, it's not going to be good, Bubs.
Oh, goodness.
My goodness.
Oh my goodness.
We got to talk about the movies we've seen last night. 'Cause,
yes.
I think we went off the beaten path here.
Yeah, you did.
No, our food turned out really good.
You did. I didn't.
Bubs.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, babes.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
gotta have some control here.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead.
Can't just be you.
Okay.
Okay. So our food was really good, but we gotta talk about what we saw last night, because we saw this really. Seriously, I think you need to get your GI tract checked.
Oh.
Either that or you guys stay away from them spices for a while.
I know. I might have to do that.
Yeah, Bubs.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe the kombucha might help.
No, the kombucha made it worse.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways.
Clean you out.
I'm dying of esophageal cancer. I have 2 weeks left to live.
Oh my goodness, no you're not.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you that now.
Bubs.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So we watched a really good documentary about composer Max Steiner, who was, where was he originally from? Was it Austria?
Yeah.
Vienna, Austria.
I believe so.
Yeah. And I forgot when he came to the States. There's a lot of things about his history that I was kind of a little bit sleepy when I was first watching it. But he was responsible for making, for movie scoring music a lot popular. And he made music for Humphrey Bogart's movies. He made music for especially Gone with the Wind.
Yep.
Oh, so good. The music was great in that movie, by the way. He made music for this movie called The Summer Place, which I heard was really good. I never watched it. I heard it's a romantic movie. And Since You Went Away, which I never heard of, but
he won an Oscar for that.
I'd like to see that. And his relationship with his father and grandfather, his relationship with his 4 ex-wives. He eventually settled on a 4th wife, and he was married to her until he died. And then his relationship with his son, to where I think he spoiled him rotten, and
I don't know about that.
it sounded like he did.
I would phrase it more like he indulged his son because he was hardly ever there for his son.
Yeah, he spoiled him with stuff. That's basically what he did. He gave him everything he wanted except for his time and his energy.
Oh. I don't know if I'd call that spoiling.
I think it's spoiling.
Did he really give him everything he wanted?
I mean, it's what it sounded like to me. I don't know what all he gave him.
Yeah.
But he definitely didn't spend any time or energy with his dad, so I don't know how close they really were. Even though they kept in contact with each other.
Because the son moved away with one of the wives when he was a little kid. And they split custody, but he was with the mom on the East Coast.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. He moved with his mother.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
To the East Coast. And then would come back and see Max part of the year.
So I don't know how close they really were, but his son was definitely acting out and not being very nice to his mom. But yeah, he had some hard things go on in his life too.
Son committed suicide when he was in his early 20s. Max was still alive.
His I think his father died. What's his name? Gabor.
Yeah. Ava. Gabor.
Gabor Steiner, not Eva.
Dumb joke, peeps.
Oh my goodness, you didn't hold up.
Okay, I tried.
But it also talked about the lighter side of Max Steiner. Like, everybody liked working with him. The conductors and the orchestras. He also conducted too.
Yeah.
And he knew how to liven things up when the orchestra was really tired. And unfortunately, he was addicted to Benzedrine because he worked on this one gig that just took a lot out of him, and that's when his wife divorced him.
No, you're thinking of David O. Selznick. His son tells that story in the movie. David O. Selznick.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was right.
Yeah, about when his father got the gig for when he started making Gone with the Wind. That he told his doctor that he had to stay up for like 20 to 21 hours for 9 months straight.
Okay.
They gave him Benzedrine and he became addicted, and it ruined David O. Selznick's marriage.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was Max. But Max did have 4 marriages.
Yeah, and he did have an issue with Benzedrine too, but I don't think it was as extreme.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But Daniel Selznick had a very good relationship with Max Steiner. He would listen to him play just for like 30 to 45 minutes a lot, and go to his house a lot. Yeah, it was really interesting. I like that they put him on the they interviewed him for this documentary, and they actually interviewed Max Steiner, the real Max Steiner.
They had clips from an interview he had done in, I'm guessing, the late 50s.
Yeah. It was really good. How this group of men and women did a tribute to Max Steiner on his 80th birthday. Yeah. And he died at the age of 83. What I really liked was there was a guy that they featured on the documentary that was singing and playing some of his compositions on the piano. Yeah. The piano sounded great, and the singer was really, really good. Whoever, I forgot what his name was.
I thought this was a good documentary.
It was great, yeah.
I didn't really know that much about Max Steiner before this.
I didn't even know about him, period. But now I'm not going to think of movie scoring the same way again, because of how much he contributed to silent movies and the talkies.
I was thinking about this during the documentary.
Yeah.
I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
That said...
The music is great.
Yeah, that said, I think the soundtrack to Star Wars, the composition for the movie is one of the best in cinema history, if not the best.
Yes, it is.
But I think The only film that you can make an argument where the music was better than Star Wars is Gone with the Wind. And it's a toss-up. If it's in my mind, if it's not Star Wars, it's Gone with the Wind. If it's not Gone with the Wind, it's Star Wars. Like, it's very close in my mind.
And when he would talk about making music for the actions of the characters,
Mickey Mousing,
that was really interesting too, because they did that in Lady and the Tramp.
Mm-hmm. Well, they did that in a lot of films.
In a lot of the Disney movies.
I don't think Max Steiner was involved with any of the Disney productions.
I think you're right. I think it was Henry Mancini.
Was it?
No, wait. Henry Mancini wrote a lot of Disney stuff.
I didn't know that.
I believe it was him, yeah.
I knew that he did a lot of soundtracks in general, but I didn't know that he was involved with the music at Disney.
Howard Ashman was also a composer. I think Henry Mancini did.
Okay.
Because he was a very known, well-known composer for that kind of music.
But that doesn't mean that he worked on Disney.
I think we should look that up.
Okay, we will eventually. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it's what I don't believe Max Steiner worked with Lady and the Tramp the music for that, but I think that they got the idea from Max Steiner.
Interesting.
I believe.
Well, they said that before Gone with the Wind, he had basically innovated movie scoring with the original King Kong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that documentary.
It was great.
It was great.
What did you know about film composing for movies before this documentary versus afterwards?
I didn't know a lot about it. I knew that people that got music degrees, some people went to music and retail where they picked the songs for what people would hear in stores or coffee shops or restaurants. That was interesting, but then I also heard about movie scoring. Like, I think Jason Horner? Or James Cameron. And I think Jason Horner were two composers for movie music.
Well, James Cameron is a director.
Oh, not James Cameron. I think his name was Jason Horner or something like that. Didn't he die?
I don't know if James Horner has died.
One composer died that I remember hearing about.
There's been many composers.
Movie composers.
Okay.
I didn't know a lot about movie scoring, but I would imagine it's very interesting, and it kind of fascinates me too.
Does this movie make you want to read any books about movie scoring?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly, because this was really good.
Mm.
I will not think of it the same way again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Babes.
Yes.
Would you recommend this film to your family? If so, what's your selling point if you had 30 seconds in a small area of a building to tell them about it?
Oh my goodness. Elevator pitch?
Yeah, that's a great term for it.
All I would say is you'll never think of movie music again after watching this documentary, because I know that I'm not.
But you will tell them to watch it.
Oh yeah, it's good.
And what would you give this film on the scale from 1 to 10?
I'd give this documentary an 8.
I would too.
I think it was so solid.
Yeah.
And because I love music so much, and you know that, my passion for music runs deep.
Mm-hmm.
I have such an appreciation now for the music we hear in movies that I didn't have before I watched this documentary.
Nice.
I had it before, but it wasn't as
developed.
Yeah. But now that I've heard some Max Steiner stuff, like when even, like with As Time Goes By, right? We hear that, and we already know that that's a part of Casablanca.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have known that if Max Steiner was not connected to it.
Well,
at least
I got to give you some pushback.
What?
We would have known by seeing the movie that it's part.
We would have known that, but you know what I mean.
But that song was written for something else, and it was just used in Casablanca.
I know that Max Steiner has taken liberties with with scores before. So it wasn't like everything he did was original. I will say that.
Yeah, and he didn't like that song as time goes by because it wasn't written by him.
Okay.
Somebody else did it beforehand, and it was using other stuff. But he made it work, though.
He did make it work.
And that's a classic movie score. And you could say, well, okay, but the most iconic song from the movie isn't his. Yes, but he was so heavily involved with the scoring of that film.
What I find really interesting, too, is he would take the scenes with the women like Vivian Leigh, and like he would be attracted to these actresses, and he would write music especially for them.
Yeah.
And I thought that is really interesting.
That's great, though.
It is great.
That seems like a cool way to express your creativity.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I think this person would be good for this music. Yeah. And how funny he was. People were talking about how sweet he was, how funny he was, how soft-spoken he was.
Yeah.
He just had a great sense of humor. And a lot of people just loved working with him.
Nice.
Because he made it so easy to work with. And he lost his sight towards the end of his life. He wasn't able to read his scores anymore.
Prominent NFB member.
Wow.
No, he was, for the best of my knowledge.
No, I don't think so. I think that was started way after he died, right?
No. NFB was started in the 40s, I want to say.
Was he? Yep. Was it? Wow.
I believe so.
By Kenneth Jernigan.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jacobus Tenver.
He was one of the founders.
One of them.
I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
I could have that wrong, but we're going to go with that for today there. Jaylo.
Okay. Ooh.
I have a feeling that you're starting to really enjoy documentaries.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially ones like these. I mean, this is just such an educational documentary.
Yeah.
I think every music student should see it.
I do too.
Especially if they're planning to be composers themselves. And I was never one to be interested in composing, but it really makes you think about it.
Yes.
And I think every single music student and every single music lover and music appreciator should see it.
Exactly how I feel.
Yeah. Yes. It's very good.
Jaylo.
Yeah.
In the 1990s, I'm at home.
Yeah.
I want to say it's the summer because I don't think I had school the next day.
Uh-huh.
And Channel 12 aired, films during the weekend. Me, my sister, and my mama.
And your mama.
Sat down to watch a film called Private Benjamin, starring Goldie Hawn. But obviously it was a TV version. I didn't
they're not gonna put everything in there.
Yeah. But it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
And this weekend, meaning last night, after the Max Steiner documentary, you and I revisited this film.
And I've never watched it before, actually.
But had you heard of it?
I have heard of it, yes.
Okay. Let me know what it's about. Unless you want me to give the
No, I think you should.
All right. Starts off, Benjamin, otherwise known as Judy Benjamin.
She marries Yale Goodman.
Yes. And that's the thing, like, shouldn't her name have been Goodman in the movie? I know we're going to get there, but anyways.
I'm sure it was.
Okay. And Goodman is played by Albert Brooks.
Yep.
They're happy because they're married.
The parents give them money because they're rich.
Yep. Start messing around later that night. And Goodman dies.
Right there.
Yep. While he's, I believe, inside of your girl.
Oh my goodness.
She said it was during sex.
I know, but you don't have to be graphic about it, Bubs.
Oh.
People are going to know what that is.
Why she was trying to become a mommy. Let's put it to you like that.
Bubs.
What?
They were having man and wife time. That's what they were.
They're having future mommy and daddy time.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
It's the way you said it.
Judy is despondent for obvious reasons. She's
very distraught.
28, not 29. And doesn't really know what she can do with her life.
Mm-hmm.
Judy ends up calling some radio show. Other callers respond to her situation. One guy says, you should consider joining the army.
Well, he didn't really phrase it like that.
He didn't phrase it like that, but
he said, I could get you a job that'll help you with housing and medical and food.
Yeah.
And you'll never have to worry It's like, well, what if I don't like the jobs? Oh, then just quit.
Well, he says that later on.
Yes.
When she goes to the recruiting office. And
Yep.
he makes it sound like there's condos, a boat, all this stuff.
Right, exactly.
Signs up, goes to training in the South, and quickly realizes that the Army ain't no joke.
Nope.
There's a drill sergeant, and he's kind of rough on her.
Yeah, in fact, he pushes her off of the bus
when she's asleep.
When she's sleeping.
The other recruits aren't really so thrilled to be working with this lady who's,
she's rich and whiny.
Yeah. And there's also an older female captain in the Army. Captain
Lewis.
Who basically lets Goldie Hawn know what's up early on when Goldie comes to her and is like, I think I'm in the wrong army. And this place is really dirty.
Yeah, she really wants to make her life miserable while she's in the Army.
Captain Lewis is like, okay, you're going to clean the bathrooms with your toothbrush. Mm-hmm. So I hope you have plenty of floss.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they do training exercises. Private Benny isn't that good at them. Benjamin.
And she is like one of the most stylish people in the Army because she does her nails, she's packing up her stuff, she does her makeup. Yes. And they don't like this.
No. She's in it for maybe a week. I forget what she does, but her entire camp is being punished and made to do these like walking around exercises outside at night.
I forgot what they do. Yeah.
Yep. And Benjamin is called in because her parents had found her. Captain goes up to them and says, oh, your daughter's really popular here and we're going to miss her, but we understand. All you have to do is sign this form.
Line. Yep.
And Benjamin looks at the prospect of going back with her family and her meaningless life.
Yep.
Then decides, hell no, I ain't signing this.
Okay.
I'm here to stay.
He's like, I'm gonna be a good soldier.
Things start picking up from there. They do some more exercises. They win.
She starts to get closer to the girls.
Yep. And eventually the captain says, I'm being transferred after tonight. Here's some more work to do. Benjamin and the other conspires with the other recruits to rig the captain's shower head so it sprays blue paint on.
That's hilarious.
It is a good scene.
Yeah.
Okay. They have a weekend off after they graduate from the camp.
Yep.
And Benjamin runs into some family friends at this bar.
Yep.
And they're entertaining a French dude named...
I forgot what his name was.
I forgot what his name was.
Henri something.
Henri something.
And he's this French gynecologist, and they're trying to set her up with him.
They end up doing some stuff that might turn them into mommies and daddies.
Oh my goodness.
And Goldie Hawn says to him the next morning, hey, if I'm ever in France, I'll look you up. And he's like, if I'm ever back here, I'll look you up. Okay?
Yep.
Gets her new assignments. She's going to be training to be like a helicopter
She's going to be a thorn bird.
A thorn bird. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. It's a flying... they're flying, I guess.
I would imagine that from the word bird.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Goes to do the training. Is about to jump out of a helicopter, but she doesn't want to do it. Her commanding officer is like, all right, you don't have to do this. Just let me have sex.
There are ways to make you serve, and then he starts to hit on her like, "What are you doing?" And then so she gets away from him and jumps.
Yep. Next scene, Benjamin is in his office, and he's like, "Okay, I'm going to transfer you far, far away." They have a little bit of a debate. Benjamin goes to France.
Yep.
Okay.
And looks the guy up.
Yep. Things start looking up for our buddy Benny.
Judy
Benny.
Judy Benny?
Goodman.
Oh my goodness.
She's having fun. She's living in a nice mansion when she's not in the army.
Yep.
But her old captain is there and is a vindictive lady.
She's like trying to spy on this
now,
Benjamin.
Some people might call the captain the C word. I would not do that. Alana might have earlier.
No.
Might have.
I never do.
Okay, I thought you might have.
I never did.
Okay.
But I think she's an old hag. Anyway. Yeah.
The captain shows Benjamin the pictures that she took of her and her man, Benjamin and her man, and says, your man is a communist.
Yep.
And that's an ambulance in the background. And this ain't going to look too good on you, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Now, this dude is rich.
Yes, he is.
He got paid well from his parents.
And he has a dog.
Who he yells at.
And he has a maid who he sleeps with.
Benjamin, yep. And Benjamin is given an ultimatum. Either leave him and stay with us in the army, or leave the army.
Yep.
And she of course, what would I do? I have this hot guy with all this money, or I could stay in this army where I'm barely getting paid. I would leave for the dude with the money. But that's just me.
Okay.
But
you're not even into guys.
I'm not into guys, babes, but a man's got to eat.
Oh my goodness.
Okay?
Oh my goodness.
So he goes off with this dude, get engaged to him, and she's starting to notice some flaws in their relationship because the dude is still into his ex and he's sleeping with the maid and all that stuff.
She finds some object in her bed.
It's a necklace with a cross on it. My little Jaylo has one.
It might have been a crucifix, but
okay, maybe it's a crucifix. I don't know.
I don't wear crucifixes.
Okay, good. I don't know what the difference is, but I'll take your word for it.
They're the difference.
Okay, good. All right. Very good. Everybody flies out for the wedding. Your man is late to get there, and they're walking down the aisle. The ceremony,
and he says, "Sorry."
The ceremony is in French,
mm-hmm.
and she's like, "This ain't the best time."
Wait! You forgot something.
Okay, go ahead.
He comes to the ceremony, and before they go down the aisle, he asks her to sign a prenup.
That was not before they went down. There was technically yes it's before, but it's not the day of the wedding.
Okay, well, you forgot that part. I thought that was kind of a funny part.
Okay.
Because she puts Private Benjamin.
Yes. And it's in French.
And so anyway, the ceremony is happening, and then she goes, "I know this is not a good time, but I think it's time we break up."
And she leaves. The movie ends. There's a postscript saying that Private Benjamin died when her plane crashed on the way home back to America.
Is that what it said?
No, there's no postscript.
Oh my goodness.
I just wanted to get a reaction.
You lied. It's a fun movie. It's not my favorite Goldie Hawn movie because I honestly think that The House Sitter and Overboard was a lot funnier than this one.
I personally think that House Sitter is her best movie.
It is so funny.
And it's one that not a lot of people discuss.
It is really funny, yeah. Especially when she's naked. She's, what is it, like somebody, I think her parents come to her house and she's like not ready at all.
It's her, naked. It's Steve Martin's dad and mom.
Steve Martin's dad and the mom, and she's like naked.
Yeah.
And she's calling Steve Martin. That was a funny movie.
That's a great film.
House Sitter.
Also, I don't know if she grew at all from this experience. Like,
no.
I was kind of thinking when she graduated from training camp, okay, we definitely saw a maturation.
Yeah.
And maybe it's going to continue. But I felt like when they got to Paris, she kind of reverted a little bit.
Yeah, because she's back to her ritzy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And she was being pampered and she was taken care of and all that.
And she didn't earn the lifestyle. Like, yeah, she was in the army, but it's not like we saw her having some great insights. Like, yes, I have this pampered lifestyle, but I'm going to still devote myself to work, even if it's not in the army. I could still go back and become a nurse or something.
Yeah, exactly.
We just see her falling back into old habits.
But she did not marry the rich guy like I thought she was going to.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, her lifestyle would have been a little bit better if she married the rich dude, but her parents still have money. So it's not like she's going back to the poor house.
Yeah, exactly. Like her parents don't have to bail her out of this marriage because she didn't get married. But you're right. I think for the most part, we see her mature, but she didn't mature enough.
Well, we see her mature, but then we see her backslide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She she reverts back to her old ways. Yep, that's true.
And I think that's a flaw in the film.
I would agree.
Yeah. Now, having said that, it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
And there's funny things in it. I would give it a strong 7.
I would too. Now, I know that she does. It seems like she matures more in Overboard.
I hear you. Yeah, because she goes with Kurt Russell and the kids at the end of the film.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
She ends up falling in love with Dean.
Yeah.
And doesn't go back to Grant.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, she's a lot more mature in Overboard, but she doesn't mature in this one much.
No.
But I would give it a strong 7. There were some funny things in there. And I think that the lady who played the captain was I thought she was an old hag.
Yeah.
But she played the part really well. Didn't
you
you say she had an Academy Award for this?
No.
Or she got an award for it? I forgot.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe she did.
Yes.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too.
Speaking of Goldie Hawn.
Yes.
Did you ever see the remake to Overboard that they did with Anna Faris?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I watched like 5 minutes of it and then I'm like,
No. I mean, I like Anna Faris, but there was no reason to remake that movie.
Well, what do you like her for? I mean, she did Scary Movie.
I mean, maybe I'm biased because she was on the last season of Friends, but
okay.
And also she's from the Northwest. Did you know that?
I believe Washington State, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just liked her. I mean, whether or not I know she was in House Bunny, which I never watched because I thought it was dumb. But yeah, I mean,
she might be a nice person, but I never was really that impressed by her acting ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff either.
Yeah. So you can't really comment on it.
Exactly. Now I believe, and again, I quit the second or the remake of Overboard very quickly into it, but I think they reversed it to where she's kind of like the single mom.
Yeah. And
there's like a rich dude in it.
So was she, was it for Netflix or was it like a TV thing?
It was like a full-on film, I believe.
Wow. I know. I didn't even know that there was an Overboard sequel, but I think...
remake.
Or remake. I think Overboard should have just been left alone. Because I liked how Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn was in that movie.
They have a good chemistry together.
Well, and they were together.
They still are together.
They still are together.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever gotten married, which is kind of cool, too.
What I thought was really funny in Overboard was when he starts kissing her. And he's like, What was my name? He's like, You're my wife. You're Annie Gooley. I'm like, Annie Gooley? Yeah. Yeah, they were funny in that movie.
I don't like Kurt Russell's politics, but having said that, he seems like a cool guy.
I was surprised that he was.
Yeah, I've always heard that he was really conservative, but that he can like get along with people. He's not like,
Hey, Bubs,
what?
Conservatives are really not that bad.
I know, but I'm saying...
I think if libs actually listened to us, they would actually get along with us, even if they didn't agree with our
I have conservative friends.
Politics.
I'm saying he's not like an Alex Jones type of person. He's like...
I personally think Alex Jones, I don't think he's crazy, and I also think that there is reasons why he speaks out against things, and I think that because the people that have canceled him are afraid of this guy because they don't want to listen to what he has to say, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
All right, so do you believe that Sandy Hook was a false flag operation?
And he actually came out and said that that's not what he said. He never said that. And they took a lot of things that he said in the past and they've combined it to make it sound like he said something bad about the Sandy Hook parents. And that actually wasn't true. He actually came out on the record and said that what they're accusing him of saying was never true.
Oh, you mean a defendant actually came out and said that what they were being sued for wasn't correct?
He actually said on the record, he actually was on a show that is not in the mainstream media, and he said that what they were accusing him of was not true.
I will tell you this: when he
Wait,
what?
we're not talking about Alex Jones,
Babes, stop. Well,
I know you want to go on these channels.
he has since reversed that because
No, he's never
he
said
has.
that.
Let me, babes. You want me? No,
But Bubs, we're gonna go on this tangent again.
Have you thought if you let me just finish something?
No.
Well,
But
I gotta respond to that though. When he was playing clips in the courtroom of him saying that Sandy Hook was a false flag operation, he did say that was him saying that. And the reason he was beat was because they got his text messages where he was, saying that Sandy. What?
Okay, Bubs, I really don't want to. Bubs.
It also came out. Babes. It also came out later, babes, that I guess one of his co-hosts was one of the people doxing the Sandy Hook families. So
okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes, I know. I could, if I'm accused of being guilty, I could say I'm not guilty too, babes.
Oh my goodness.
But what I'm trying to say is, I've heard that Kurt Russell isn't like an Alex Jones. You can actually get along with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, but how would you know? You could possibly get along with Alex Jones.
He just seems way too out there for me.
He's really not that out there.
Oh.
There are probably some things, just like there are some things that Rush Limbaugh has said that I didn't always agree with.
Oh.
But I also don't think he's crazy. I never thought Rush Limbaugh was crazy, and I never thought that Alex Jones was crazy. I think that there are some valid things that he talks about that people just overlook because they think he's crazy.
What about that time when he gave it...
Bubs! I'm done. Okay, I'm done with this Alex Jones thing, all right? I'm done. I don't want to talk about this any more than what we have.
No, don't grab that. Don't grab the recorder. Bubs, I offended him so we can move on.
Bubs.
I offended him so we can move on.
Bubs.
He's a good man, Bob. He donates all of his money to charity.
Bubs! Stop it. Now you're mocking.
No, I never would.
No, you're mocking. Boy.
I never would. Give me a kiss.
No.
All right, well, then the tickle war's not over.
Hey, wait a second. That's not right.
You started tickling me. Give me a kiss.
Okay. Ow, that hurts.
Oh, sorry, bitch. That's been really awesome.
That was your nail, which you need to cut.
Oh, my goodness.
Especially your toes.
Oh, my goodness.
Take a pumice stone to it.
Point of the story is, I've heard good things about Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yes.
He was also in The Fox and the Hound, I believe.
Nice.
Remember when I showed you that movie?
I remember you saying that. Yes.
No, you said it.
Okay. Well, he's a good man, from what I've heard.
Oh.
But we were debating whether or not does he cheat on Goldie Hawn, or has he cheated on her?
And I personally could care less.
Uh-oh.
Maybe she's the one who's cheating on
It's
him.
possible that they have an open marriage, right?
They're not even married.
Well, an open relationship. You know what I mean.
I don't care about people's open marriages. I don't care about people's personal lives.
Oh my goodness.
People are so caught up in other people's personal lives.
Yeah, I also think it's cool that they've been together for so long without getting married.
I don't think it's that cool.
Well, I mean, I'm in favor of marriage, but I think if they know it works for them, then, have at it.
Oh, yeah.
Why does every relationship need to fit a certain mold? I think it's cool that they haven't gotten married.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like your parents did.
No, your parents, Bob, you're a bastard.
I never said that.
No, I know, I'm joking.
And that's not even what it means.
Uh-oh. I thought that's what it meant.
In our culture, it's what it means, but it's not really what it means.
Yeah, but whose culture do I live in, babes? Well, in this culture, Bob's it might, but other culture, it's a different...
Bubs!
All right,
that's not what I meant.
All right, give me a kiss.
Yeah, I love how you take what I say and you twist it around.
Oh, good, I'm glad you love it.
It's sarcasm. Don't you know sarcasm when you hear it?
All right, give me a kiss.
Just like Charlie Brown said, don't you know sarcasm when you hear it?
Nice, give me a kiss.
No.
Oh, why not?
Because you're mocking.
Oh, I think
you're not good.
No, I'm satire, boy. I'm good satire.
See if I give you any snacks.
Oh, in that case, I take back everything I said, and I'm now an Alex Jones fan.
Oh my goodness! Now I know you're not joking. Now I know you're joking about that.
Give me a kiss.
Oh my goodness!
Good stuff there, Jaylo.
Yes.
Would you recommend Private Ben Jarman to your family?
Who's Ben Jarman?
Oh,
Who calls Benjamin Ben Jarman?
they don't. They do it in other cultures, but not in ours.
What?
They don't pronounce it that way in our culture, but in other cultures.
Well, I know in France it's like in French it's like Benjamin.
Would you recommend Private Benjamin to your family?
I think it would be a fun movie to watch. I mean, I have a strong military family and they probably like it.
Yeah.
But again, I wish Goldie Hawn would have grown in this character.
Yeah.
Or I wish her character would have grown more.
I do too.
Yeah.
But it was good for what it was.
But it was funny though. I mean, she was like one of the girliest soldiers, and I thought it was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
When especially when she jumped out of there, and that's how she was able to jump out of the helicopter.
Or the helicopter when she's being harassed. Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
I bet you that's happened to female soldiers too.
Yeah, and then the captain, I think, right? Or whatever his position was.
Yeah.
Said, "I hope it's not what you think about when you think about the military." And I'm thinking, yeah, I bet that happens in the military too, because I've heard some horror stories about female cadets being raped by other male cadets, and it's been quiet. The people have been quiet about it.
I could believe that.
And now it's coming. Now it's been coming out a lot more.
Yeah, there was what was her name? Vanessa Guillon. She was like a military.
Yes, she was killed.
Yeah, was he a cadet or was he an enlisted officer?
She was. Oh, I heard this on. I think it was Dateline.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was missing for a while. I think she might have been an officer. I forgot. But she was in the army?
I think so.
Yeah. And she was well known, and she was killed.
Was it by another member of the army?
I think it was.
Oh.
I saw her story a while back.
It happened at the very beginning of COVID. I remember that.
Yeah, and it was horrible what happened to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it was Vanessa Guillaume.
Oh.
Yeah. Or Guillaume or whatever it was.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really sad.
Oh.
What happened to her.
Yes.
But now things are coming out about male cadets raping female cadets.
Yep.
And
it probably happens in higher ranks too, like when somebody's an actual officer.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yes.
And that a lot of females have been speaking out about it. And it's a horrible thing.
Well, I'm glad they're speaking out there, little Jaylo.
Yeah. It's a horrible thing that happens to them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and it should be stopped, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
White House.
And the people that do it should have dishonorable discharges because of that.
Yeah. Well, if they rape somebody, they should
they
be in a
definitely
military prison.
They take it really, really seriously. Like if they find out that what's been going on. I don't know. A lot of things could happen to them if they were dishonorably discharged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
As to why, yeah.
Yes. Jaylo.
Yep.
Do you have any self-love exercises you plan to do within the next couple of days? And if so, what are they?
I guess if you're talking about self-care, right? Because I don't do the self-love thing.
Okay.
I think there's too much emphasis on self. But
what else?
If you're talking about like things I need to get done, I'm gonna look into the get together with the Greater Portland Flute Society.
Nice.
Because maybe I may be reconsidering that. I need to order my products for the month.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yes. For Melaleuca.
Yes. I did use the shave gel this morning, and I really like it.
That's good, isn't it?
It is. It feels good.
It does.
It feels good. It smells good. It feels good. I'm happy with it.
Nice.
There's a lot of cool things that they're coming out with. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we are officially going to see The Who.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about that, babes.
I am very excited.
Pricey, but worth it.
Pricey, but definitely worth it.
Yeah, because we're going to be able to say, we saw The Who.
And it wasn't going to cost anybody a mortgage or a...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that, I forgot what group it was. Was it the Grateful Dead or... some group that was coming to Oregon or whatever, and it was like their tickets were like really, really, really pricey. And I forgot who it was.
I remember in probably 1999,
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody say that they took their wife to see the Rolling Stones here in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had the numbers wrong. I think the person said it was like $300 per ticket.
It's insane.
I mean, it might be a little bit off, but it was something in that to that effect.
It's like almost the cost of my rent.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And that's $1999, babes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's really a ripoff.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but if you like the Stones, and maybe it's not.
If you can afford $300 a ticket.
Yeah.
But even with extra fees, it's more than $300.
No, I think they bought the tickets and gotten to see the Stones, so that was with fees and everything.
Wow.
But Florence and the Machine played last night, and I wanted to go and see them, but I think the cheapest ticket before fees was like $150 or something close to that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even consider that cheap.
Exactly, but that was,
insane.
Their lowest price tickets.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was surprised we were able to get the Who for how popular their band is.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad we are.
I am too.
Yeah.
Good stuff, babes.
Yes. And I don't know a lot of Who music, but just getting a chance to see them, I'm probably never going to get a chance like that. We're probably never going to get a chance like that for a while.
Exactly. Well, maybe ever again.
Never ever again, yeah.
Because they were old.
Yes.
They were good, Jaylo.
Just like when we saw En Vogue, Salt and Peppa, New Kids on the Block, and then Rick Astley.
Yep.
Probably we'll never see them in that capacity together.
Yeah.
Again. And I'm glad that their ticket prices were not as expensive as they could be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was good, babes.
That'd be good.
Jaylo.
Yeah.
Did you have any dreams last night?
I did not, but I slept really good.
Oh.
How about you?
I slept good and I had a dream
Tell
I wrote you. Okay. In late 2013 / early 2014, I was, you're yawning. I was dating a girl who, it's kind of weird, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in the dream, she's there with my mom and another lady. And we're working in the kitchen while some guy is just like watching us.
And he's this guy in the living room. Right?
Yes. My mom goes to take a break and my ex goes to talk with this other lady. I go upstairs and I'm right above them and I'm trying to play the song I'll Follow the Sun on guitar, but I'm so obsessed with what they're saying about me or what I think they are that I'm doing a horrible song with the music. I'm doing a horrible time playing the song, rather.
Uh-oh.
Not a horrible song with the music.
That's okay.
I can't play the song right. And I wake up.
I think maybe you're dreaming that one of your exes is gossiping about you.
Oh.
That's not always good.
It's not always good. This one probably does gossip about me, but I believe that all my exes do, so what do I know?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Or at least one of my exes is haunted by my memory.
Oh, okay. We're talking about my exes, but...
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Well, since we're on the subject of exes.
Yeah, I talk about my ex.
Hey, Bubs.
No, I'm having fun, babes. I'm
my.
fun-loving boy.
Is that why you want to show me off in front of your exes so that they can talk about you more?
Yes.
No.
And because I love my Jaylo.
Well, it is nice to know that I'm a big upgrade from at least some of them.
Yeah. Yeah, although, you know what? I'm not going to make that joke.
No, Bubs.
Okay.
You don't want to get tickled again.
Oh. Well, in any event, babes.
In any event.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No, we talked about quite a bit.
We did.
Watch the Max Steiner documentary. Really, it's really good.
Yeah.
Especially if you really have a passion for music like we do.
Very good, babes.
It's very good.
Yes. All right, Jaylo.
Okay.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.